monotonic functions. One of the important points needed to sketch the graph of a function is to find the regions in which the graph slopes upward to the right, increases, or it slopes downward to the right, decreases. You can check here what we have identified here. Here is the practical examples on monotonic functions. Let's say the f of x is equals to x cubed minus 3x plus 1. Before we identify, let's try to derivate the following functions. We can derivate also f prime x, 3x squared minus 3. So let's try to factorize out of the factors here. 3 x minus 1 times x plus 1. Let's make to divide by them. So minus 1 and 1 are critical numbers. You got it, how to sketch the graph like this. Monotonicity. Suppose f is continuous and differentiable on an interval I. If f derivative at x is greater than 0, for every x is the element of I, then f is strictly increasing on I. If f of derivative at x must be less than 0, for every x the element of I, then f is strictly decreasing on I. Let's check the practical examples of interval of monotonicity. Find the intervals if f of x is x cubed minus 3x plus 1 is monotonic. Already we can derivate about it with the critical numbers here. F of x equals to x cubed minus 3x plus 1. We can derivate f derivative at x 3x squared minus 3, which equals to 0. Let's factorize out of it. 3 times x minus 1 times x plus 1 equals to 0. So minus 1 and 1 are critical numbers. Now let's use minus 1 and 1 and the derivation of f derivative at x to use a Sine Charge method. Minus 1, 1, x plus 1. If the minus 1 plus 1 must be 0, change to the negative and add to the positive. If the x minus 1 is 1, so it must be negative, add to their positive. If the 3x squared minus 3 after we have derivated, it's positive, comes 0 with the negative and it's positive. We got it, the correct answer what we have identified here. F derivative at x greater than 0 for x is the element of negative infinity up to negative 1 is the union of 1 up to positive infinity. And f derivative at x is less than 0 for x is element of negative 1 up to positive 1. This is all about what we have underlined.